Do you have 4K displays and want to create channels for them? Or are you curious about what 4K is and wonder if your organization should invest in it? This video will define 4K, show what hardware is needed for your carousel displays, and how to create a 4K channel. 4K is a screen resolution, just as other resolutions we have worked on in this training. Our 1920 by 1080 display is known as 1080p, high definition, or HD. The 1280 by 720 is 720p resolution. With 4K, your resolution is 3840 by 2160, or roughly 4 times the size of HD. Remember that these numbers are pixel counts, so the more pixels means 2 things. 1, you can have a larger screen size, and 2, you will have a higher definition in your images on the screen since they can be split into much more refined shapes. In order to have 4K for your organization, you will need 3 main components. First, you will need a 4K monitor to display the content to your audience. Second, you will need a Series 4 BrightSign XT player. Either of the players shown on this screen will support 4K. Finally, you will need version 7.4 or newer of Carousel. If you have all of these things, you are ready to get started with 4K. Making a channel will differ only in the fact that you now have to fill 3840 pixels wide and 2160 pixels high on your channel, assuming that you're making a landscape channel. Create your channel plan, taking these dimensions into consideration. Then, go to the zones area and create your zones just as we did in the previous zone video. Finally, you'll go to Channels and click on the New button. The only option we will change here is the channel size. As you can see, there's not an option for 4K on our dropdown. So, scroll all the way to the bottom and select Custom Resolution. Now you can enter the dimensions 3840 wide by 2160 high. Just fill your channel with the zones as you normally would and select any other channel options. One important thing to remember after you create your channel: your zones will likely be much larger in pixels than HD channels are. Because of that, make sure you are choosing very high resolution images and videos to fill these zones. Remember that Carousel will stretch backgrounds and uploaded videos and images, so they must have enough pixels themselves to stretch and fill these large zones. Enjoy using your beautiful 4K Carousel displays.